Hey guys, thank you so much for joining me on their fight story with Igdalia. I am here today with a fighter, Jawaski Bethly. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, please do so you can be notified of all these great stories that we have with these amazing fighters. Jawaski, how are you doing today?
Hi, I'm okay. How are you?
I'm doing great, thank you. How did you get into martial arts?
Actually, it was by freak accident. So I stumbled upon it, actually did a first amateur fight and barely did any martial arts training in the early years, in my early years of starting. There was a show right here in my hometown that was like fi 3 days away, and one of my friends at the time, he was trying to get like an amateur heavyweight fight bill for somebody. I told him I'll do it. So I had to hurry up and do blood work and get some shorts and some gloves. So my little sister surprised me and bought me my first gloves, my first pair of shorts. And after I jumped in and did that fight, and that's how I pretty much got in. I didn't do it the normal way. Like my sister and my little cousins, they took karate, and I was still, I still did like football and band. So I didn't have no interest in back in junior high. But when I got out of high school and was in college, that's when my interest started.
Who or what inspired you to take this path? You said that your sister and nephew um, they train as well.
No, no, man. Like my sister and my nephew, I say they inspired me because July gonna make it 5 years since I lost them in a wreck. Well, actually, my sister didn't have the baby yet. We was expecting for the baby to get here, but we lost her like 3 days before my first official amateur fight. And when that happened, I was in a deep depression. Like I didn't know how to handle it, and I skipped training all that week, and I still took the fight, even though the promoter, my opponent, at that point, everybody knew the whole situation, and everybody thought I was just going to sit out. But then I told everybody if I would have sat out that day, I know I wouldn't do it no more. I wore like, and so I just know if I were to sat out that day, I know I wasn't going to do it anymore. So I took a loss behind that, but then it allowed me to like see things in a whole new light, and it gave me a full reason in order to keep going, in order to honor her and my
Mhm.
nephew. So
No, I'm really sorry for your loss. I know how difficult it is to lose a loved one.
when that happened, I sat out for a year. I didn't train as much at that time because at that point me and my mother was dealing with it. Like it was a very tough time because we that all I knew was her. Like I was the oldest of only two. It was just me and her, and so me losing that, I felt like I didn't do my job as a brother to protect her. But that was something way outside of my that was outside of me and my mother's control, and so that damaged us for a long time. Like I gained like ooh like over 50, 70 pounds. I ain't go to the gym at that point, and so I was depressed eating, and then I have days where I gain a lot of weight, but then I lose a lot of weight, which shrunk me down some. So I just didn't know how to cope with that until my very first coach, Mr. Jett, he sat and talked to me the whole time and made sure I was okay, and still tried to get me to come train and work out and come help him out with the kids class because that's one of the main things that like my sister loved about it because he let her come to the kids class and let her play play with the kids, and he also let her torture me at the gym because he knew that was the only way. He knew that was the only way I actually work. So
Wow.
he knew that she was the only one besides our mother
Hmm.
who could push my buttons and who gonna make me actually do something.
So you took a year off, and what what is? inspired you to get back and to continue to honor your sister and make this part of your journey?
Actually, it was a combination of me wanting to go back and do it because I felt like I didn't end on my terms. I ain't got the ending that I wanted. I said if I would have got a win, then I probably would have quit. But then one win came, and then another one about another couple fights later. I guess it's the adrenaline addiction. It's like a drug, and so like I had fun with it. This was the first time I've actually had fun doing something that didn't involve like either doing football, basketball for the church I was attending,
Mhm.
or even doing band when I was in high school. So I loved it, like, and learning different things. And plus, this kept me from like going out, going out and doing and dealing with all the other craziness of the outside world. And so martial arts saved me from myself. It saved me from my depression.
Mhm.
And so I feel like that's the only way I can. That's the only way I can honor and back is just like keep going, keep doing, keep keep seeing how far I can go with this.
How did fighting and this training help you cope with your loss? How did you find that focus in your trainings?
Uh, Actually, when that very first hit, the kids who I helped work out with, because there was days I helped work out the kids class at the old gym I was attending it. The kids made it better because they did like a little drawing
Mm.
for me and for me and had me and my sister because they all love they call it TT Diesel.
Mm.
So they gave me that and that just teared up. It helped me tear it up, and even though the gym was shut down, I still see a good little few of the children
Mhm.
that she touched their lives, and that I helped out along the way. And so between that and then my daughter be wanting to come and work out with me on some days. And so I mean, when she started coming out working out with me, that gave me more peace of mind, and it's to like, okay, so I got her. So in a way, it's like a part of my sister's still here, but she's just younger or more wild. Like, she's just younger and more wild. But every time I bring her to the gym while I train, it's more entertaining.
Yeah.
It's more entertaining. The guys at the gyms that I be going to, they love her.
Mhm.
They love her because they know they could get her to jump on me if I don't want to do nothing.
Mhm.
So it has its ups, but it has more downs than anything. Cause she just
Mhm.
be want to jump on me all the time, and she know she can get away with. She can get away with it in my training.
Why is this so important for you?
It's important not only for me, but it's like I never really had any. Out of all the accomplishments I did from academics to like band and even winning like a couple of winning like championships for like a little church basketball league or doing anything like that. It's more like a self thing because it shows me that like I did this, like I didn't have no collection helping me, like it's just me being locked in that cage by myself. If I win, I learned something important. If I didn't, I still I still learned something, and I managed to make it out in one piece with no broken bones or anything like that, which I'm glad in the 5 years I started I never had no injuries or no surgeries.
Mhm.
So this gives and plus this gives me like a peace of mind,
Hmm.
which I know it might sound crazy, but to me, it does give me peace because I could be locked in with somebody else and we both just want to tear each other's heads off, but then after that, we might be just like the most peaceful peaceful people you would want to meet around.
Hmm.
So this is a peaceful outlet. Even though my mother didn't like it for the longest time until she found out why I was still doing it, why I was still doing it after the crash and everything.
Hmm.
And so that gave her a little bit of ease.
Hmm. When did you decide that you wanted to go and be a professional fighter?
Uh, it was actually I said I wanted to turn pro because I did a fight a week after my sister's birthday in December 2019. I went and did it. Then I felt like I said, okay, I'm doing all this. I'm traveling my own personal vehicle, doing all that, and taking days off of work. I'm like, well, and it was on her birthday month and Christmas. I'm like, man, it might be time because I already had like 10 fights.
Hmm.
So I went through the whole natural progression of having. I was told to do at least six, but then again, I didn't want to jump out too early, and then I'd be just stuck in the water somewhere. So I
Hmm.
said, I'll just do 10. And doing it at that point in time, I said like I might do after I won that fight in December 19, well December of 2020. That's when I realized like okay, I probably may do one or two more, then I'll turn pro. I ain't had no. Well, I told a couple of people what I was doing, but internally, I just went out to her. I just went to her headstone after I won that fight with the medal and everything, and I just sat out there and just had a talk with her, and she must have gave me a sign from the other side because that's where I knew I I made my decision long term pro then when I got that sign.
Where are you currently training?
When I'm currently training, I still train in my hometown of Monroe, Louisiana. But the main gym I train at, which gives me like a family type of feel, is Zero Mercy out in Leesville, so it's about a couple hours away.
Oh,
But
wow.
I do train at a couple of the gyms up here because I'm good friends with a bunch of people around here. So I get either jujitsu, I got a friend who does Muay Thai fights. I got a friend who got a black belt in karate, which is helping me now because I actually got a fight that's gonna be here at home on April 9th. And this will be the first time I fought here at home since I lost my sister. So I feel like it's like coming full circles.
Hmm.
But the only difference is I'm not gonna have her. I'm not gonna hear her yelling in the crowd, yelling at me in the crowd, yelling at some of the other people that trying to boo, try to say something smart.
How do you find your focus to train? Because it has a big impact in your life.
How do I focus? Uh, I know it might sound crazy, but like I've tried to replay a fight in my head of how I want to go, but I
Hmm.
realized all it takes for me the first punch to the face, or the first initial contact. Because when I walk out, the nervousness kick in, which I'm always nervous. I've always had that from doing any type of event, whether it was basketball game or doing the doing a band performance or just being nervous in general. And so, the first sign of contact, that's what helped me get ready.
Hmm.
That's what helps me keep in focus. So once I feel that first initial contact, then I'm like, okay. butterflies are gone. I'm focused now. I got all the I got all the jitters out of me now, so I gonna get to what I was here to do,
Hmm.
which is fight. Might get banged up, meet some people, and just tell people about what I've done. So,
Hmm. What instrument did you play in bands?
uh, alto saxophone.
Oh, nice. Do you still play?
Once every blue moon, but I can't. Once every blue moon, but not like that.
Mhm.
Not like that. I trade that. I basically let that go for some 4 ounce gloves and and to do like little play dolls with my daughter.
When you pick out your walkout songs, what is it that you look for in your songs? Do you play the same one all the time?
No, no, I pick something different depending on the mood I'm feeling, or like if it comes around her birthday or the day the accident happened, I'll look into something that she loved listening to,
Mhm.
or something that she'll probably pick out for me. So she did thought about telling me to pick because when I first started, she was the first one who knew because she stayed in my apartment when I got that call about doing a fight in like 3 days, 4 days before the show even came. So when it came to stuff like that, she was like the right hand. She was like right there and wanted to make sure I'm doing this, making sure like you worked out this morning. And if I told her no, or if I lied and sneak out, try to cheat on my dad, she'll catch me coming about to come upstairs, chase me down, and chase me in her car running while I'm coming off working a night shift at the group home while I was working at the time. And so that'll be my morning work. That'll be my morning workout. So after then, especially when she knew what time I got off. That's when I knew. Okay, I might have to go and go to the gym right down the street, just get a little lift a little weights and do a little jogging, do something. Cause I already know if I don't, she's gonna torture me, make me run. And then it was in the hot summertime too, so I said, "No, I'm good."
Is there anything else that you would like to share before we conclude with this interview?
Uh, basically, like besides April 9th, I'm gonna be going against Jared Kahn. I noticed that he was 0-2 in boxing and 0-2 in kickboxing, and he lost both his amateur fights, and he just want to make a straight jump to pro. I got that, and I'm going to, and on April 30th, I'll be going against a guy named Jay Edwards,
Mhm.
and he and his family going through the same situation like I did. He lost his younger sister also, so
Mhm.
I reached out to him and called him because when we found out we got matched up, I reached out to him and called and just checked on him and his family and everything, and
Mhm.
so I let him know, hey, I know we're gonna be fighting at the end of April. But I want you to know you and your family are in my thoughts and prayers. And for me and my family, we got you a little card that shared our condolences to you and yours.
Mhm.
And so he was a humble, respectful man. He was appreciative, and he showed his condolences for me losing mine. And I told we might be older brothers. We might want to kill each other. So, but at least we'll always be friends after this.
Mhm.
And so we both decided we both told each other we both got a reason to fight for now, and that's when we both agreed on that day we just gonna do this for our sisters.
Mhm.
We ain't gonna care about nobody else. And so this is our way of like our
Right.
way of talking in order to see which big brother is the better one. And so we decided like it's a way for our sisters to laugh at both of us for the other side, you know, to talk smack about whose brother's better.
What advice would you give future athletes to where and when to begin their journey?
Uh, my advice is to just first give everything to God. Like just ask him, is this the right time for you to start this? And you'll get your sign. If you got a loved one that was close to you that passed, ju- just talk to them. Just ask for some type of sign in order to see, like, hey, is this the right time for me to do this? Is this the right time for it right now? Do I need to wait? And once you get your sign, just go, just run for the fences. Just go ahead and go. Don't let nothing stop you from doing something that you want to do. Don't let nobody stop you. If it's just like naysayers and critics and people who don't know what it takes to go through it all, don't let them stop you. If you do, then you don't need to do it.
Awesome. Thank you so much. I really appreciate your time. Best of luck in your training and your upcoming fight. And I look forward um, to seeing. And are they going to be streaming the fights?
Yeah, so for April 9th, it'll be for a promotion called B2 Digital. So it'll be on that. It'll be on the B2 MMA website where people can buy the pay-per-view.
Okay.
And for the one on April 30th, it'll be for Combat Night in Jacksonville, Florida. And I think that one will be on the Fight TV app.
Okay. All right. Awesome.
Either that or the Combat Night. Think that promotion got their own website, so if people want to watch it, they'll buy it from there too.
Awesome. Thank you so much. I really appreciate your time and I look forward to hearing from you soon.
It's no problem. I thank you.